I recently got sucked into this new Netflix Korean series called Haechi. It's got heaps of like cool moments, lots of crescendos, and when it ended at 24, at only 24 series, I was actually really sad. I was hoping it would be like a 55-parter or 55-part sort of series, but it's actually pretty cool. Although the series was titled Haechi, there wasn't any much reference to this mystical beast, besides cameos of the Haechi statue, which is outside the Imperial Palace in Korea, or small little Haechis dotting the lapels of the inspectors as well as the hat. So like the Malayan, which is used as a reference for Singapore, Haechi is actually now named the creature of Korea. So Seoul, which is the capital, it's now called the city of Haechi, and that's what the Korea government is trying to push forward. So the Haechi is said to look like a muscular lion. It's got one horn or one antler. It's a back full of sharp scales, wearing a bell around its neck as well. In Chinese mythology, there's actually a similar beast called the Xiezhi, which actually looks something like the Haechi as well. So the Xiezhi is said to look also like a lion with a dragon's head. So usually it's depicted in such a way, with the dragon's head, a lion's body, which is quite muscular and strong, with paws, and with also a single horn on his head. So both the Haechi and the Xiezhi sits on the line between good and evil. So legends had it that the Xiezhi actually goes as far back as the Han Dynasty, and the Xiezhi could actually sense good and evil. So when he sends a corrupt official or criminal, he will actually impale that corrupt official or criminal with his single horn, and he will devour that person. So it's actually quite creepy when you think about that. Koreans also believe that the Haechi actually dispels evil and wards or guards against any natural disasters. So on the topic of four-legged mystical creatures, another creature that piqued my interest is actually called the Pixiu, which I have one here in jade, as you can see. So same, it's got like a dragon face, strong, lion's body with claws, but this time a pair of wings, as you can see on this Pixiu. This is actually quite a big one. But the thing that's really funny is the Pixiu, I'm not really sure it's clear or not, has or sporting a very low hung tail or split tail sometimes, but the low hung tail is actually covering its rectum. So legend has it that the Pixiu did a very sneaky poopy in heaven, on the floor of heaven, and the Jade Emperor was really angry and actually decided to hand down a very severe punishment. So the Pixiu was spanked really hard by the Jade Emperor, so hard that his rectum was sealed shut. I know it sounds ridiculous, but so with his rectum being sealed shut, and the Pixiu's main diet consists of water, gold, silver, and jewels, it's said that he actually keeps these wealth in his rotund body for the owner, and because he's not able to expel it. So in terms of that, he's got a constipation situation. His rectum is sealed shut, so all the gold, jewels, silver he actually takes in, he keeps it for his owner. The Pixiu is not able to expel any of the contents he takes in terms of gold, silver, jewels, water, all that wealth. So he's a status of retention as well as the acquisition of wealth. So the Pixiu is also said to protect the heavens of any demons that are patrolling, as well as keeping harm at bay. So you see a lot of Pixiu statues in businesses and homes, and they're placed in pairs or singular, facing the door or also facing the west direction. There's also arm or wrist candies like these ones with the like natural signs and stuff like that. So it's always worn on the left wrist, and the Pixiu's mouth is facing outwards. On this particular Pixiu, as you can see, it has a rotating wheel, a rotating ball, which means it's actually 转运, or keep rotating your fortune for the better. I'm not sure whether it's quite small, but you can see there's a red colored dot on the horn of the Pixiu. This particular Pixiu is actually blessed, consecrated, or 開廣 or 開廣, which means the Pixiu is actually awake and alive. All his orifices, like his mouth, nose, are dotted. His eyes to open him up, so he's awake. His paws right down to his belly, his back as well as his tail. So when I got this done by the Feng Shui master, he actually took my name and date of birth, like what they call the 生辰八字, and he actually named this Pixiu for me and calculated it according to my stats. The reason why we wear it on the left hand, because Feng Shui believes that our vital energy enters from the left and is out from the right. Also, the wearers of Pixiu usually only keeps this for themselves, so there's no sharing. Unfortunately, we're not allowed to share Pixiu with another, because this only works for me, as well as you do not allow another person to touch your Pixiu. So I've got them in different versions. This is a smaller Pixiu with no spinning ball. As you can see, it's little. And his back, he actually has the word Tai on his belly, and his forepaws has the word 五福 Lingmen. Like I said in my previous Chinese New Year Why Bats video, we talk about 五福 Lingmen, the 5 lucks arriving at your door. So he's got this as well. So this is a smaller version, and you can get it in the necklace version with the ball that he plays with to keep him active, not overweight from all the gold and silver that he's having. This one's also 开光 with the red on the top of his head. So I'm not sure whether you can see. I'll zoom in later and provide some other shots so that you can see him more clearly. But you can see the red color dot on his head. So this one's 开光 for me as well. And we don't actually allow other people to touch your Pixiu. You stroke him about 3 times a day. And if you want to leave him out at night, we don't actually wear him to bed or shower. He can sit on your bedside table with a glass of water to feed him. So with this Pixiu, there's a male and female version. So the single horn, in terms like this one, is a single horn Pixiu. It's also called the 电路, it's called the 天路, 天路 for a single horn. And the one on me, on my bracelet, is actually 2 horns. And his female is also called a 辟邪. But now, because it's, I think it's incorporated into so much modern jewelry that actually a 2 antlers Pixiu is more common right now. And so the ferociously devoted Pixiu is known to protect its owner in life as well as in death. So it's also said that the Pixiu will help its owner in the afterlife to ascend to heaven, as we can ride on its very strong back, and he's got wings to fly up there as well. So be it the Haechi, Pixiu, 辟邪, and 天路, every culture or country would have its own 4-legged mystical creature. Do tell me what is yours. Leave me a comment on your take on what actually is an interesting 4-legged creature in your culture and country, and we can discuss this further as well, because I think it's a really interesting topic. Every be it Chinese or Korean, we all have our own mystical 4-legged creatures that we believe in. But do tell me what's yours. Leave me a take, or leave me your take in the comments below. And thanks for watching. Bye.